Awesome. Well, I know that Irreverent Warriors and Special Operations Charity Network and Grunt Style Foundation, we have a bunch of joint events coming up. Yep. I know one of those is that we always work together on the 4th of July concert and fireworks. We always work together on the Integration 2026, which is the big Grunt Style Foundation retreat here in St. Louis. And we also are working together on the grand opening of the Jeff White Skatepark, which is going to be a skateboard contest, and there's going to be DJing and a bunch of other things at that. So let's get into the skateboard contest and talk a little bit about that. How did you get involved? And tell us more about the Jeff White Skatepark.
So a gentleman by the name of Johnny Feltz, who is a great dude. He's such a great dude. He's a veteran. I saw this on Facebook where it was like they were having a fundraiser for a gentleman who was KIA in Afghanistan, and he was a skateboarder, and his name is Jeff White.
There he is. You're looking at him. Yeah,
right there. Yeah,
25th Infantry Division.
Yes, and Johnny Feltz, he
rest in peace.
Yeah, and just like I went to the first event, and they would all skate together, and the guy was fearless. They called him J-Dub, right? And
he looks like a fearless. Like if I was in a skateboard contest against him, I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of these old videos are really impressive, but when Johnny came off stage, I said, hey dude, you don't know who I am. And I said, but I've been in media since the late 80s. And I said, I'm an MC, I'm a speaker, and I'm a skateboarder still. I mean, I'm in my 50s and I still skateboard.
Oh, you skateboard too?
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is why.
You're ridiculous, man.
This is why he and I are such good friends.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Well, true story. Back in 1987, when the Bones Brigade came through St. Louis, we had the only mini ramp in Sunset Hills. And so it was Tony Hawk, Mike Vallely, a bunch of the Bones Brigade guys, right? And we're like, do you guys want to come over and like skateboard with us? And they were like, sure. And so I've got black.
Back then they were in a van.
Right.
They were in like a big white van so they could come to your house and skate. Yeah.
Well, then 6 years later, when I got into radio, 6 or 8 years later, when I got into radio, when Tony Hawk was doing the Tony Hawk ride at Six Flags, we brought him into the studio to interview him because I used to be a DJ at 105.7 The Point here in St. Louis. And I was like, do you remember when we were? And he was like, I totally remember. Well, so anyway,
check out this deck.
So hold that up. So one of the things that they're doing to raise money for the lights for the skate park in Pacific, Missouri, is that they are selling these decks, and they're
ridiculous. I have one. I bought one myself. Yeah.
Which number do you have? Do you know? Do you remember?
Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, well, so mine here. Yeah. So mine is number 37 of 100.
Oh, that's sweet.
And so for $200, right?
Yep.
You get this collector's deck, and you're going to be contributing to the lights, so that these kids can go and they can express themselves. They can learn balance. They can learn all these different things because
it's meditation. Skateboarding is meditation.
Exactly.
We've tied it all together, folks.
Well, that was my first experience because you are moving, but you're also standing still. And so there is a Japanese expression called shikaku, and shikaku means eye of the hurricane. So when you're on a skateboard and you're standing still, but you're moving, that is literally like you're in the center of the hurricane.
That's how I feel. I feel totally calm.
Yeah.
All my monkey brain's gone. And I just feel connected to the earth. Yeah. Which is funny because you have to be on concrete, but I feel connected to the planet when I'm skateboarding.
Yeah. Well, and so what's happening is that I'm on the board to put this together. We're making the final decisions on who's going to build it. We're probably going to break ground around May, and then anywhere between July and August of 2026 is when the skate park will open, and then Irreverent Warriors will obviously be a part of that. And I would love to.
There it is right there.
Oh yeah, there it is. And I would just love to see people, be involved in this because, different from those coming back from Vietnam, people want to be involved in veteran work. And I think it's so important, and not just to wear the badge and say you do it. I mean, actually do it. And this is a tangible way. For $200, you get a really great skateboard, and then, you can contribute to the growth of that. And it's not that. I mean, if you're inspired to work with Grunt Style, work with Grunt Style. If they're inspired to work with the Irreverent Warriors, work with Irreverent Warriors. If you're inspired to do our Find Your Tribe network at Special Operations Charity Network, for me, there is no competition because it's what's going to resonate with you.
That's right.
Absolutely,
You know, you
yeah.
guys are great partners. Like I feel such an honor every year when you guys are like, hey, you want to instruct again at Integration? I absolutely do. You know, and I literally from the morning until the night, I will literally do incense.
Yes, you do.
I do it.
You're a marathon
You are a
instructor.
workhorse, man.
Yeah. But yeah, this has been so awesome getting deeper with John and learning more things
we
about
need to
John.
have John back in because we haven't even started to scratch the surface.